Hey friends, it's Becca with Beautiful Mess Plans. Today I am going to attempt to do a memory plan with me in my memory planner because I know a lot of you mentioned wanting to see some of this. Keep in mind, I have done this maybe one time and it went okay, but I'm not great at doing this on camera. So I'll do as much as I can, like talk you through my process, and I will also let you know that this is not, like I'm not all fancy when I do it. We'll kind of flip through what I have so far this year, and you can kind of see that like I keep it really, really simple. So for my monthly, I should mention this is a Lights Planner Action Queen Bee in that Happy Planner size. And so I am using my monthly as whenever I do take a picture, I put it. So I'm not putting pressure on myself to do a picture a day because I've done that before and that was like super stressful because it's like I was sick this day. I didn't want to take a picture, but it's kind of fun to go back and look. I do want to mention also my kid is watching Paw Patrol. So if you hear that or something weird in the background, it is what it is. So this is the first, day of January. And then you're going to kind of get into it. And you can see, like, I just keep it super, super simple. I did use these, like, Uber puffy stickers from Felicity Jane, which is bulked it up a bunch. I'm actually getting a bigger coil for this because I want to try to see if I can get the entire year in here. I won't do a ton of that kind of thing throughout the year. But I have my little flaps because this day we had more pictures than I had room for. And then another week. This was using leftover Cocoa Daisy. Same with this one as well. So that's where I'm at. I'm working on the week of the 30th through the 5th. So we're actually going to start with the monthly pictures, which I do have. So I just measured out the size of this box. I do want to mention as well, I print my pictures at home and I like them a certain size. So I actually take my pictures and I take it into Publisher, and that way I can size them however I want to size them. So that's how I get the sizes that I want. Maybe not the most professional way of doing it, but it works for me. So that's how I do it. So there's the last 2 days of January. I think this is really fun. I know I missed some days. Friday seems to be the day I don't take pictures. Same with Sunday, but I think that it's really, really, really fun to look at, like after the month, just kind of like a quick look at the month as a whole. But anyways, and I use like 8.5 by 11 Canon photo fit paper and just print on my regular printer. So that's how I get my photos. So okay, I was interrupted. She wanted a certain Paw Patrol episode. So I didn't accomplish anything in the time wait. Not that you knew because, power of editing. So I will also tell you, so I have 3 kids. However, this week, for whatever reason, highly featured my youngest. I mean, my 2 big ones are in school, so there's just not as many of them. However, this just seemed to be the week where there was just a ton of Emma pictures. So it's not that I love her more, it's just that she's around. And it was just one of those weeks where we were just busy and I didn't get a lot of pictures of them this week. So, all right, so that is done. And then we'll head over here. So kind of what I do is I lay out where the pictures actually go, just so I can kind of figure out my spacing situation. Let's see, I think that's a Thursday. I know that's a Friday. Okay. So normally I'm actually very heavily over here. So I'm actually pretty impressed. I have more over here. So I think I want to do is I'm going to cover this. And I was thinking with some of this paper, this is Felicity Jane paper. which maybe I shouldn't be using because you can't get any Felicity Jane anymore, but I have it and I'm trying to use stuff up. So I was kind of contemplating this, but then backing my photos up with a darker, is that what I want to do? Or do I want to do, I do kind of like this one. It feels a little bit like fall. Will that bother me? Because I am very much a seasonal person. Hold on just a second. I also have, let's set this stuff to the side. I have this set, which is from Carta Bella. I've had it for a long time, so I don't know how it's if it's available anywhere anymore. But maybe this is a better option. It really wasn't like real snowy. It was cold, but it wasn't super snowy this week. But some of this paper could be kind of cute to use. It's kind of big, so it's hard to get into the frame. Some of this paper could be cute to use this week. Like I said, I'm not great at this. So my thought process is usually just like I sit and watch something and do it quietly. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do, I set this up to the side. I have a mess going on behind me. I think I'm gonna measure out this for right here and then use this to back. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I got those backed and I got this cut. So let's go ahead and put this down first. Sometimes I cover it, sometimes I don't. I haven't wanted to consistently cover it just because I don't want it to get too bulky, like specifically right here. But it all just kind of depends on how I'm feeling that day or that week, I suppose, and how much we have going on and if I want to use it for any extra journaling. And you cannot see that, sorry. So Monday, I let my youngest stamp while I worked and she had a great time. And then by Tuesday, she had almost completely taken over my desk. So that was fun. But she had a really good time. And then on Wednesday, we went to Animal Tales. I believe I've talked about this before if you watch like my regular planning videos. Animal Tales is at the Nature Center and they read a story and then they talk about different things that has to do with that specific animal. And that day that was all about fossils. And so they were talking about dinosaurs. So obviously they didn't bring a dinosaur in, but they did bring an owl in and talked about how they are a bird of prey, also known as a raptor, and their relationship to it. And then they got to dig fossils and they had a lot of fun. But they have some animals at the Nature Center, including this hawk who, here, let me bring it up closer so you can see it. Her and my daughter, the hawk and my daughter were having like, just staring at each other. I have a hilarious video of them looking back and forth, moving their heads, watching each other that, you know, it made me laugh quite a bit. And then that day she watched, I let her watch something on her iPad while I worked, and instead of sitting in the comfy chair, she wanted to sit next to me, which was fine. But she had her blanket over her head and was all snuggled in, and I thought that was cute. Thursday, I had gotten ABC Mouse for her, and she just absolutely loved it. And she actually knows a lot more than I thought she did when it comes to her alphabet, because every time I try to get her to sing it, it's chaos. And then this is for Sunday. Was 60 degrees here. It was beautiful. So we'd gone for a walk, and my kids were scootering in front of us, but I snapped a picture of my husband and I because I realized we just don't get enough pictures of the two of us. So this kit does come. Sorry, I'm grabbing this. I mean, it didn't come with it. I think I bought it separately, or I don't remember. It does come with some from Femina. Again, I don't go over the top decorating, but sometimes, you know, you can find something cute to add on. I have 2 of these pages. And it wasn't particularly, you know, freezing cold. Sorry, I'm wrestling around. It wasn't particularly freezing cold that day or this week. So some of these feel like they don't really apply, but I thought we'd take a look and see. I don't know. Oh, I didn't glue this one down. That's funny. This was for Saturday, and my son has this like set that you can build and try to send stuff down, and they were all building, including the big kid, my husband. Hold on. Okay, had to take another break for a second. Trying to figure out, I don't know, like sometimes I know it doesn't matter that much because it's still winter. Sometimes it just feels like I don't necessarily want to add like freezing cold. It was 60 degrees that day, you know, like it wasn't freezing cold. That penguin's really cute, but he's huge for right there. And again, does he really apply at all? I don't know. So sometimes this is where I struggle with memory planning, because I feel like I want to do stuff seasonally, but then it's like when it's not cold, but it's winter, how do I want to do it? So I don't know. Decorations to me are the hardest part. And I feel that's why a lot of times like they're super, super simple, is because, I mean, this one is really simple because I feel like the important part is the pictures. That's really what I want to put down, right? But I still feel like I need to put something, you know? So it's just hard to decide when you live in kind of a fickle area. I mean, we could put maybe this here. Trying to decide. And all of this heavily features my youngest. I don't even have my oldest. I have my son here, and then my other oldest, and then my son again, and then, you know, my husband maybe once. So it's very disproportional. So I just kind of wing it, I guess. I regret putting that there. Can I get that up? Maybe. Trying not to ruin my picture. There's actually more room up here, so that's... Oops, that's crooked. It may have to stay. Let's see. Warm, hot. Do a warm. Let's do winter memories. All right, I think that's all I'm gonna do, honestly, in terms of decorations. I don't know, not feeling it. So I'm gonna grab my pen. Okay, so sometimes I journal, sometimes I don't. Like this one, I didn't journal. This one I just kind of bullet pointed. This one I did a little bit of journaling. So we might kind of bullet point around. I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so like I said, it's nothing fancy. I've seen so many really cool memory planners out there. Not sure mine's one of them, but I like it, so that's all that matters, right? But I like to keep it really simple, and yeah, that's all I got. So if you guys like these, I'll share more, and maybe I'll get better at actually like filming these and all that. But that's all I have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.